Hi everyone, my name is Izzy. I'm the engagement director for Battle of the Bands and UIC Radio. Do you guys want to introduce yourself like one by one, or you want to introduce the band first? Like, who am I here with today?
My name is Kiara, and these are my lovely friends, and our band is called Kiara.
Yeah, do you guys, and like maybe what you play too?
Okay. I'm Danya. I play bass.
Hello, I'm Danny, and I play guitar.
I'm Anthony, and I play the drums.
Hey, okay. So how did you guys all meet? Like, how did Kiara start? Whose idea was it? Kind of origin story.
This is going to take a while. I'll do the condensed version.
Mm-hmm.
I met Danny about a year ago at a party through a mutual friend, and he was like, yeah, I make music. And I was like, dude, no way, I do too.
I make music too.
And then we just got in the studio, and I don't know, it was like I moved to Chicago from Boston and just like to make music. And I felt like when I was in the studio with Danny, it was like, oh, that's what it was. Like, this is what I'm here to do.
Yeah, it was very easy to like work like with Kiara in like the sense of like she has so many ideas, and like immediately when we were like showing each other our like influences, like it aligned in the sense of like we both really like that like indie like grunge, like kind of aggressive but soft and like emotional. And like Kiara's voice was just like, I've grew up playing and like producing for myself, and like I always was trying to find like a female that like would like complement my guitar style. And eventually, like the more and more that she came through, we just like started making like an EP that we're thinking about releasing soon. So like yeah, it's honestly been so like, it's been so fun and like full of like experiences. Like me and Kiara went through a lot going through this EP and stuff like that.
But yeah, so yeah, I got close with Danny through that, and then through Danny's friend Gio, he hosts a monthly poetry night. 35th Street Studios last Friday of every
Smooch Nation.
month. Pull up, and that's how I met these other lovely people. Yeah, just a lot of like friends of friends, and like talking to people and not being afraid of like getting to know people, and just like, I don't know, I think just like seeing someone that you think looks cool. I think I literally did that with you. I thought you looked cool, and I went up to you and I was like, hey, what's your name? And now we're like BFFs. So like, we are BFFs.
Yeah. That's how that works. Yeah.
So yeah.
That's actually awesome. Did you want to say something on it, or?
Yeah, I'll say something. I'm kind of the newest addition to these awesome people. I basically went to the poetry night. Oh, thank you. I went to the poetry night with my cousin and like our old group that we were in, and I was like, yo, I really miss like performing, and I play a lot myself, and I'm just like, everyone's so cool here. Like everyone on stage, I was like, yo, my idols. No, and they were all so cool, and I was like, how do I get to like know these people? So I got to be friends with Gio, the mutual of everybody's, and I was like, yo, hook me up with all these cool people. I'm trying to play music. So that's it. It's pretty simple. So
That's actually pretty cool. Like I like how it just all organically flowed, like it was meant to be. To be honest. I think for that, I have two questions. Like, when you guys, like, growing up or when you were little, did you guys ever think, like, oh, I'm going to have my own band, or, oh, I'm going to be in a band?
Yo, Kiara, you got that.
In my kindergarten yearbook, I wrote, my favorite food is dumpling soup. My favorite holiday is Christmas. And when I grow up, I want to be a singer.
There you go.
And the rest is history. Just making a reference, I swear.
That's
I want to
cool.
make history.
What was the question? Did you want to be a music person?
When I was in like 4th grade, I discovered 5 Seconds of Summer, and they were like the kickstart. And I remember in the 4th grade, I tried making a band. That shit did not. Oh, sorry. Can we swear? And that didn't. I'm not gonna swear. And that did not. Sorry. And that did not work. And then I kind of fell off of music. But then Kiara actually made a post being like, "Oh, I need a bassist," and I was like, I can do that." And yeah, I'm glad I did that because now I'm here. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like up until a certain point, like I wasn't really ever thinking about music. My parents always, like, I grew up in a very traditional household, and like my parents only like played like Vicente Fernandez and like all like, you know what I mean, like that's like that is my, like, I like that music. It gives me a lot of nostalgia, but it's not the music I wanted to do. And like I didn't know that for a while, up until like I was like, really, it was like around like 9, 10, where like I recorded like a little diss track for my friend, and then like things like kind of just started escalating, and we kind of just started doing stuff, and then I picked my first guitar up, and I just started playing like every day, and then eventually like I started like teaching people how to play, and like things were kind of like escalating, and I was like, wait, I kind of like doing this, and then I got a job at a studio where I just engineer people, and like that kind of just brought my love for music even more. And then me and Kiara, we like did a show like last month, and like I just had so much fun playing, and I was like, yeah, I want to do this, and inspired me to like maybe do my own band or like do like a whole thing. So it's like the love for music was just gradual from my experience, definitely.
So I grew up in a very heavy like musically like talented family, and I was the one. I was like, I'm not gonna be a musician. I'm not gonna be a musician. I'm not cut out for this. My sister, you play piano beautifully. My grandpa had a band, and he plays every instrument. My mom's a beautiful singer and piano player, and I'm like, that's a little too hard, guys. I'm gonna be like an engineer or something. And then I was like 8 or 9, and then my grandpa gifted us a drum kit and a guitar, and I was like, it's too hard. I give up. But then I started like, it just found me. It really found me, and I was like, I love music so much. I never played it before, so let me just really be serious about practicing. And it just kept growing, and ever since I'm like, I need to do music till I die. So.
I think you guys all have like very musical like backgrounds. Is there anything that inspires the music that you guys make now? Like any artists, any bands, or are you just like so unique? You guys don't have a sound.
I think a lot of the reference tracks that I played for Danny when we were making this EP was like the Marias was a very big influence. The Neighborhood and Vacations, the 1975, like a very indie rock, but like powerful.
Always so much nostalgia.
Yeah. And especially that's what I love about Maria's voice is like she sings very softly but with intention, and it is like that's what I want to emote. That's how I want my music to come across. Mm-hmm.
And like who writes the songs, or is it all
Yeah.
Me and Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I write all like the instrumental parts, but all like the words, all that, it's all Kiara. All the melodies.
I'm starting to realize why it's called Kiara. No, that's so cool though. I feel like going off of like seeing or like the Marias and everything, what's your favorite part of like performing? Have you guys all performed like all together
No.
before?
Not together. Yeah.
for Battle of the Band.
Okay. Well, like individually maybe. What's your favorite part of performing?
I get this like feeling. It's like a feeling that like I don't get anywhere else. Like I like a tunnel vision almost, but like for my like it's gonna sound corny, but like my heart. You know what I mean? Like I always like think of like my idols like Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix, and it's like they like I can like put myself almost in their shoes when I'm like watching their videos, and like I think of that when I'm like in there and performing, and like when I have my guitar, like I'll just close my eyes and just like picture like it's almost like it might be a little corny, but like I just picture like I'm Jimi Hendrix, you know, like I'm Jimi Hendrix right now and somebody's recording me, and like what I see when Jimi Hendrix does it, like I can replicate that same energy, that same feeling that he had, because I feel like I relate to him in a sense. You know, like I love that connection and that feeling that I don't get anywhere else. You know, I will always say this, like I believe everybody should like perform something in their life, because like you will get a feeling that you will want to run with for a little bit, you know, or you'll learn something.
I used to get really nervous before I would get on stage. And I remember my mom told me this once where she was like, every time you get on stage, like that's what you're meant to do. That's what you were put on this earth to do. Why are you nervous about something that you know is your purpose? And that really like stuck with me. And I feel like I think about that every time I'm on stage now, because after that first song or after that first verse or something, and it starts like kicking in like, oh, okay, this is what I love to do. I'm good at this. It's like,
Confidence.
yeah, it's just,
The
it's like
confidence
a,
that comes with it.
yeah, it's like a self-assured feeling of it's hard to put into words.
It's just so warm. Like,
yeah.
it's a warm feeling in your body. Like, it's secure, you know?
I feel like that one show, like we only had one show together, but there's this one picture of me and Kiara, and I love that picture because we're just like looking at each other. And I think being on stage together, something that's like really important to us is like our chemistry. And like it feels like we're telepathically like communicating with each other, and something about that feels so like intimate and beautiful to do that with your best friends. So I really like that aspect of performing alongside my friends, because it's like it just feels so free than to do it alone, you know? Yeah.
You guys said it all. It's everything you said is true, and it's one of the very few moments you can just turn your brain off and just let your body take over, because it really is just a feeling. Every time I play, I really think of the movie. If everyone's seen the movie Soul, yeah, that's
The Disney one?
yeah. So it's just like, oh, I think it's Pixar.
Pixar?
I don't know.
You hit it
It's
right,
Pixar,
bro.
Danny. No, I'm fine. But it's like it's just this feeling that you immerse yourself into, and it's, you know, everybody's like, oh, look at them making, you know, goofy faces on stage while they're singing or playing. You know, it's like you can't control it, because it's like it's your emotions taking over, and you can laugh all you want, but it's like you can't fake that. That's emotion right there, and it's truly something that like very many things in this life can replicate. So
I feel like that's beautiful. That's lovely. Like the adrenaline rush, but it's like not scary. You guys embracing it is crazy. It's not crazy in like a bad way, but crazy in a good way.
Yeah.
I think going off of performances, who is your favorite like artist that you've seen perform?
Oh, can I go first? Yes. I've seen. I'm a big Dominic Fike fan. Don't take my answer, bro.
Yes.
Me and Danny love Dominic Fike. Like, oh, that man. He like
That man.
That man. I love when artists can like take their music and just amplify it. And he has all these pedals and like voice effects, and he just really makes it an experience.
It's
And
fun.
it's just so fun. And oh, I love when artists can do that. Just like amplify their own music. It just feels like, oh, like that's so beautiful. Oh, yeah.
I was like low-key doing some ad-libs right there.
Sample that, yo.
The best performer. I don't want to say best, but like low key, one of the best performances I've ever seen is Dora Jar. I've seen her 3 times. I saw her open up for Billie Eilish twice, who's also awesome live, like actually insane. And then I saw she did a solo show. But like, it's the type of energy and passion that you can't fake. It's like you can see it. You can like see it in the way that she moves on stage, in the way that she sings, in the words that she's saying. And like, it's just this crazy energy that like you just got to watch her perform to feel it. And yeah, I think seeing her live for the first time was definitely one of my like, oh, that's what I want to do with my life moments for sure.
Go ahead.
I honestly don't have many like live performances that I've seen under my belt. I've been trying to go more like last year and this year, but last year I went to this band. They played. They're called Loathe. They played in Chicago. And I was there, and it was, oh my gosh, it goes from crazy hardcore metal screaming to just like the most beautiful like angelic vocals you've ever heard in your life. And that was one of them. But I saw this guy, Ivan Singh. He played in Chicago at the House of Blues, and amazing blues guitarist. He plays at the Chicago Blues Fests every year, and it's just like he plays with Buddy Guy a lot in Chicago. And I went there with my friend for my birthday, and one of his last sets, he called me up on stage to play, and it was just like, it was so fun. Humble brag, but I was just like, I was like, yes, this is like call me up on stage and let me play. so it was a lot of fun. I low key choked on my solo though, but it's all good. It's the experience. Yeah, it's the experience, and it was just like every time I watch that video, it's just like the biggest smile on my face because I'm like, that's just like a once in a lifetime experience. So.
Video, definitely plug it. Definitely.
You need to show us that video.
Yeah.
You need to show us that video. Yeah, Donnie Loki took my answer, but like, if I had to choose another one, it's actually funny because Dom played at the Radius about like 2 years ago. Forgot for what tour. But I got a little shirt. It's like black long sleeve, has like a red cross on it or something like that. But it was before the Sunburn era. But yeah, this band opened up called Baird, and they came in just like with this like really weird like synthy like. It felt like we were like in a spaceship, but like there was like drums and like there was everything felt so like things were like levitating. It felt like the Radius itself was like moving up, like, you know. And like they played like they have this album called Bird Songs Volume 2. Bite, Chasing Deer, all of that. Like they played all of those good songs that I later started like growing more attached to. But that like it opened my eyes. That specific concert or that opener opened my eyes to like giving, because I don't think I gave too many artists a chance if they didn't like strike right away, and like they definitely didn't strike right away until like after, and like I find that like I don't know, like it just changed my perspective on music, you know, like it just like I was like I'm more open to hearing quote unquote weird like sounds, you know, and like making them work. So yeah, like that Baird was definitely a good opener and a good concert to go to.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think going off of that point, like I've gone to a lot of concerts and like I found openers that I've never heard of, and then like I actually get into them later. Like I don't know. I was also at Loathe.
Were you there?
Like, yeah, I was there. It was
Trauma
really good.
Ray and Spy.
Yeah.
It's so good.
But yeah, I feel like going off of I keep on saying going off of that. I need better transition words. Venues. Like, what is your dream venue to play out? What is the end goal? Do you have one?
Radius.
Radius.
The venue, not the, whatever. One of the venues back home, Brighton Music Hall. It's like at least once a month, me and one of my really good friends would go to a concert there, and we would like stay in line for hours. And I've seen so many of like my favorite artists there. It's a relatively small venue. I think it can hold like 500 or 1,000 people. No, less than that. It doesn't matter. But yeah, being able to play a hometown show would be really, really fun, especially at one that I like grew up going